Hi everyone, welcome to my fitness channel. Today's video is about skill development and how we can take a drill and then take that drill through various stages so that we enhance the drill and enhance the skill set. So we're always working from that fundamental level. I'm going to be working on the wooden dummy today, talking Wing Chun and martial arts specific drills, but this can be used whether you're doing a weight lift or a body weight movement. So we start with a base drill and develop that skill and drill attribution from there. So the skill is the fundamental thing. That's going to be the highlight, the theme throughout all the drills. And we want to make sure that every aspect of the drill is working on that base skill level. So that skill level should be the thread through each drill. Okay, so we're going to start today with a dummy. We're going to be looking at sync press rise and how we connect the body to both link and delink and issue and receive force. Okay, we're going to use various drills and we'll get cracking. For the video, you'll have noticed how the drill progresses, and I thought I'd start at the beginning with the very fundamentals. The sync press move is just that sync press rise. So anyone that's learned the dummy form will appreciate that at the closing of each section we have this jutsao, so sinking, jerking hand motion, so the elbows controlling, and then top sao, which is lifting. Now, it's in there, it's a bit like the hunsao, it's a fundamental movement teaching you the basics, the mechanics, and very much within that is your body structure. So we want to be, with the first instance, sinking and rising, sinking and rising. So you're learning to use your body mechanics, your force flow, your body structure to get that sink and that rise. Okay, now this transcends to physical movements and attacks, and how we can control, manipulate our opponent. It's also mainly about how I use my body. It's about me understanding how I'm using my body weight to generate force, and also to receive that force. So I'm using my body weight. So it's not about muscular tension, it's not about using your arms, your shoulders, all those muscles. It's about everything coming from the legs and driving from the legs up. Now obviously this video is about giving you a brief overview. I suggest that obviously if you want to learn the deeper body mechanics of it, then you need that hands-on experience, or to check out my Sifu Eleanor's online academy, where he has thousands of videos going in depth about all things Wing Chun. Okay, but for now, the first part of the drill then was just that simple sync press rise. Okay, for those, as I said, that have learned the dummy form, you'll know that it's at the end of all of that. So it's just that tuning in. Once you've got that fine tuning, once you've got that body mechanics, once you can feel that you're controlling the dummy with your body as opposed to your arms, you know that you're on the right track. Okay, so when you were watching the video, you'll have noticed that the second part of the drill was using your basic Wing Chun hand shape and punch. Okay, so we were using the tan sao and the tan da, so the tan punch. Okay, so the tan sao is for spreading movement. Okay, we use it to control the middle gate to spread that movement, and obviously the punch we use to punch someone. Okay, so on the dummy, we're setting ourselves up. We know we're at the appropriate height. We're taking that guard hand position. We're using that sync press rise. I'm making sure I'm rising into the dummy, making contact with my stance. It's my hips pressing in. So I rise to meet the dummy. From there, I'm going to take the arm on the outside so I can work the cutting punch, because that's going to have my weight sinking. So I want to rise and then sink. So I'm using the hips to open up. Okay, and then sinking that weight back in. So the first aspect comes from the body weight rising, so driving into the dummy, connecting the body. It's the hip and the elbow that make the contact. Again, the arm's nice and relaxed. Okay, the tension's not coming from the arms. The cut Again, it's the same with the punch. I'm not driving it with muscular tension. I'm using that hip to control. So it's in the hip that I'm going to feel when I've pushed the dummy enough, which is why you'll notice I've got my hand open a lot and just feeling it. Okay, but the punch is coming and driving in, sinking in. I get that rise and that sink. Rise and sink. Rise, sink. So I'm using the hips and the legs here to control the dummy and to issue my force. So, how does the drill progress from there? So we've seen in the video that I use the tandar, and then I'm using a jut and a palm. Okay, so again I'm thrusting to meet and sinking, and then using that palm. Again, the palm is coming from the body. It's that hip that's creating the palm strike, not the arm itself. You'll feel the difference. You'll feel, if you're using just the arm, you're going to feel that pressure travelling back up the arm into the shoulder. You'll feel tension locking out in the shoulder, but you'll also get that, if I'm over exaggerating, but you'll get that rock back. So you want to make sure that when you've got that palm pushing from the body issuing into the dummy, and the shoulder's going to be nice and relaxed. You're not going to feel that tension travelling back. So you're coming in nice and relaxed. Okay, and then the third aspect was the chop, so I'm using the chopping motion. So again, it's the same aspect here, okay? Once it's the body that's doing the chopping, the body that's doing the hand movements. So again, the movements aren't coming from the shoulder, they're not coming from using muscular strength, they're coming from using body mechanics and structure within there. So these are taking just some basic drills, some tandar, jutsal, palm strike, and then your tan chop to incorporate your hand movements and your basic attacking elements as well at the same time. So the third drill is about taking it then to the next level. So we're moving away from the dummy. Everything that we've been doing to begin with has been done within close proximity. So we're already within that middle range, that Chi-Sao range if you like. So we haven't had to bridge the gap to come in. So we're going to be starting now at more of a distance and looking to bridge in. Now you could do this with a traditional sort of Mount Wu-Sao. You could take more of a guarded position here. But what I'm looking to do is come in, bridge the gap with my punching. So I'm coming in using my attacks to bridge the distance. Then once I'm in, I'm using those same elements that we were doing before in the original drills to feel what's happening. So I come in, I'm using two split punches, driving into the dummy. Again, it's the hips. So again, if we think back, sink, press, rise, we're taking that fundamental skill set, and it's the thread for all of this. I'm driving in. Then after I've done my two punches, I'm using that spreading motion, so I'm using the tan. And again, it's with that sinking element, so I'm press, press, sink, and that cutting punch. So out here, cutting punch, cutting punch. So you see I'm using the tandar, I'm sinking my weight, I'm using that body mechanics and structure, the thread, as I said, that's going to be the thread through all the drills here. So we're at the third layer, if you like. We started, or fourth layer, we started just the basic sink, press, rise. We added in basic handshake, and then we looked at multiple versions of attacks, so combining different attacks, so linking and delinking the body structure. We've now taken it to a further distance away from the dummy, coming in, okay, so that we're using body mechanics in here, so in. Okay, so that's the next part. Obviously from here we can add in the other attacks. next part would be maybe doing away with the traditional shape. So we're going to get rid of the tan sao. Okay, the jut's going to go from a sort of clear jut sao where we're using the sort of hand shapes into more of a position. We're just going to use closed fist. So again, this could be with boxing gloves on. Again, if you check out my Sifu Alanor's online training, he's got a whole section where you're wearing boxing gloves and working on the dummy, because it's skill development's about understanding the core skill and working it through it. So the drills are all just about drilling that skill through different layers, different multiple layers. So already we're on about the 4th or 5th layer. So now I'm again at a distance. Okay, I'm coming in, I'm using my spring punches to bridge that distance to come in. Now I'm going to use my tan sao, but without the hand open. So again, it's just this spreading motion. So I'm using the same concept still, the same body mechanics as before, but now that skill is going to be hidden. So again, when you watch some of the Chu Sao Lee guys competing in MMA, sometimes the comments on forums and stuff like that will be that they don't see the Wing Chun in there. But that's just a limited understanding of what Wing Chun is and what they're looking for. So Wing Chun isn't just a tan sao like this, or a bong sao, okay, or a jut sao, jum sao, any of them. It's about the body mechanics and the movements that link it all together. It's about how we use our body and interact with the opponent to oppose our force and will and to control the elements of the fight. So this drill will hopefully show that. So from here, we're going to be using that spring punch, and then I'm using that spreading motion, that tan again, with that cutting punch. So I'm in, same again. So as you see, I'm combining all the elements that we talked about. I'm using, all started from the simple sink press rise. I'm working through the fundamentals. I'm working my tan sao, my jut sao, my spring punches. Okay, I'm working sinking punches, cutting punches. So I'm taking all the fundamentals of my Wing Chun, okay, and I'm putting into a more specific environment. And that's where your creativity side comes in now. So I'm using dummy. You could do the same with shadow boxing, punch bag, wall bag, whatever the element that you happen to train on. Obviously it's locked down, so we don't have training partners that we can work on currently. This is again something you could do with a training partner. So, skill development. Make sure if you're doing skill development, you're looking for that and you're taking it through specific drills, that you understand what the skill is that you're trying to develop. So here it's that body mechanics, that linking, delinking, on, off, okay, and using the body connecting and deconnecting, when to issue force, when to receive force. Okay, so it's a fairly broad topic here, but we're using it through multiple different layers. We've taken a drill from a very basic and simple drill of sink press rise, making sure that we're using our stance correctly, making sure that we're connecting the bows of our body appropriately, and then we're taking it into more of a sparring environment where we can drill it and use that body mechanics in a live environment. I say live, the dummy's not live, the dummy's not moving, but you get the idea. So take these drills, as I say, if you've got a dummy, you can work with them. Once we're allowed to train with partners, or if you happen to live with a training partner, great, try with them. You can work the same drills again. But skill development, keep that thread running through the drills, okay? Once the drill's done and you've mastered it, you can leave it, move on. But really give this a try, think about what you're doing, think about why you're doing it. And next time you're thinking about applying your Wing Chun and you're not sure how to do it, check out Alanor Sifu's online academy. He's got thousands of videos, as I say, detailing it, or indeed look up one of the local instructors around, okay? I hope that helps, and look forward to sharing the next video with you.